Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Wednesday. What was it? I forgot already. March 25th. And it's New Comic Book Day. And OMG, my friends. It is a big, big day. There are there are so many books today, and so many covers. It's going to be a thing. I just hope you guys are prepared. I know several of you have already been messaging me, specifically about the Superman Spider-Man book that came out today. That is already going very quickly. Lots of people are requesting multiple covers. The way that I'm going to handle it is everybody send me their number one cover, okay? The number one cover that you want. And then after that, I will go through and start giving people their second and third covers and so forth, right? Because I know everybody's going to want the same ones. You know, it always tends to be that way. Luckily, I did order heavy on like the Jim Lee, the Scott Campbell, and the Del Auto one. Those very much have been the top picks. However, there are a handful of others like the wraparound cover, the foil cover, that people are starting to kind of keen on, and they'll go quick. That's all I have to say. So again, if you have a choice, message me now, and I will do my best to do what I can for everybody and make sure that they get at least their number one pick, right? Beyond that, today, like I said, is a ton of stuff. One last reminder that April 4th is a show in Logansport, your friendly neighborhood Comic-Con. I will be there. It is a Saturday show from 10 to 6. So it's going to be an all-day thing. It should be fun. It'll be my first time being there. Hopefully it'll be your first time, or maybe even a repeat time for you as well. So but just make sure that's on your calendar. But I don't want to spend a lot of time chit-chatting on stuff because, again, there is a lot of stuff. Okay. So one thing I will kind of pinpoint is all of the Invincible covers that I have not been getting in my last shipments finally came in. So it was just a delay on their end, which is why I got delayed. I don't know. But the Invincible covers are here. So we'll go through and make sure to pinpoint those. Free Planet, not a book I normally carry, but I got the Invincible cover for it. Henchman number 1 comes out today. This is supposed to be just kind of a fun, kind of tongue-in-cheek kind of story from a henchman perspective. The main character is just kind of going through it, surviving henchman responsibilities and so forth. So it's supposed to be funny. I grabbed a few of those. There is a NSFW cover, a black polybag cover, which I'll show here in a little bit. So if that's up your alley, just let me know. Conan, number 30. You got a few covers there, right? Another big drop today, Mark Spears' Midnight Man. This is a self-created book by Mark Spears. From what I read, it seems to be pretty rad. I mean, you know, it's Mark Spears doing Mark Spears stuff, a superhero book. So that should be fun, which, by the way, Cincinnati Comic-Con, end of September, Mark Spears is going to be there. Mind-blowing. Ferocious, number 5. Thundercats, number 25. Yeah, why Indianapolis Comic-Con can't get somebody like Mark Spears to show up at our show is beyond me. Vampirella, number 12. Really cool. Blacklight cover, cosplay cover. There's your Lisner cover. Yeah. Those are pretty cool. This one today, oh my God, I was so excited when I saw the release on this one. So Harley Quinn, number 60, but the Batman 423 homage cover. How sick is that? Oh my God, I grabbed one immediately. I kind of want to get one slab just because of I collect all the Batman 423s. I got a first, second, and third print. You got your foil corner box cover, which is in pink foil. I like the logo variant one. Harley covers just kind of knock it out of the park, if you ask me. I mean, they're definitely trying to get readers back into Harley Quinn, and that's the way you do it. You start doing homage covers, get people's attention, and then people start picking it up very, very quickly. Flash, number 31. I like the gold corner box. And then you got your fancy foil. World Tree, number 19, which I only got one of these, which means there's probably more of these hidden somewhere in another stack. Hyde Street, number 11. Notice the Invincible cover. That's pretty cool. Yeah, Hyde Street doing Hyde Street stuff, right? Yeah, pretty rad. This one's fun. You got your Betty and Veronica pinup special. You got your foil covers there. I mean, how awesome are those? Those are beautiful. And then you got your Virgin covers here as well. So I know somebody's going to pick these up, especially the foils. Supernatural, number 6. You even got the Thundercats Silverhawks number 1 sneak peek in there, which is funny because it came out last week. So why put a sneak peek in a book that comes out a week following, right? Invincible month variant for Void Rivals. So those are pretty rad. White Sky number 2. There's your Invincible cover on White Sky. So if you're picking up White Sky, you got some choices. Feral number 21. Then you got your horror movie variants. And then check out the Invincible one. Hilarious. Oh my God. Battle Beast being attacked by cats.
I don't know what to do. Stop it. Stop it. I will destroy you.
Capes, number 5. There's your Invincible month variant. So I've got several of those. Alligator King. Death Fight Forever. Again, not a book that I normally carry, but there's the Invincible cover in there. So if you're going after Invincible stuff, snag that. Final Boss, number 5. Pretty cool there. That's pretty neat, right? And then your Invincible month cover. Yeah. Gruesome, am I right? I Hate Fairyland, number 49. And your Invincible cover there, right? Gunslinger, number 52. Beautiful sketch cover on that one. Ugh, so cool. Phantom of the Opera, number 2. Couple different covers. Spawn, Dark Ages, number 4. Love that cover, right? Love that Joker. And then G.I. Joe number 24, the facsimile. So you got your foil, your non-foil, which is underneath that foil, and then your variant cover there. So that's pretty cool. Detective Comics number 1107. So you got a few in there. This one I just got again for the Invincible. That is the Department of Truth. So I only got a couple of those, so those will go fairly quick. Skin Breaker, number 7. There's monsters. Ah! Green Lantern, number 33. Notice the wraparound. Yeah, super cool for you Green Lantern fans. You got your logo variants, your DNA variants, your green foil corner box variant, 600th issue. And then this one is the glow-in-the-dark variant. Super cool. There's a lot of cool Green Lantern stuff in there. Hang on. Sorry for the extreme close-up. Number 24. Superman, number 36. You got your Supermen cover. your gold corner box foil variant, your logo variant, your video game variant, which is pretty cool, right? Fighting Parasite. Yeah, that was fun. And then your A cover, your popcorn variant. Yeah, pretty cool. Invincible Returns #1. So this is a facsimile issue. So again, with the Invincible stuff, they are just ramping it all up, right? That's your true facsimile, and then you've got the 2 variant covers here. So Invincible fans, be happy. Wonder Woman, this was last week's release, if I remember correctly, number 31, but you got your foil variant there. So just, Lunar and DC kind of being late on their products, unfortunately. Batman Dark Knight Triumphant. This is book number 2. So Dark Knight series from Frank Miller. That's your actual Frank Miller cover. There's your OG cover, but it's a foil. So I know people love their foils. There's your other number 2, right? Justice League Unlimited number 17. Love this cover. Super hilarious. I'm pretty sure my family and I have these types of pictures of our family from when we were little. But clearly Booster Gold and Blue Beetle wearing designer sweaters of each other's outfits. Just super hilarious. Metamorpho having cooking problems. Your logo variant. Your corner box foil variant. Your A cover with all the different heroes. And then that cover. And then we're walking to the rest of the books. Lots of cool stuff. Oh, what's this? A box that I'm working on? Is that a Wolverine number 88 on top? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Ultimate Endgame number 3 making its way here today. A lot of people are jumping in on this Endgame stuff, trying to see how this ends, especially since they're going to be releasing new stuff later on. But a lot of cool covers there. I was super excited for this one today. So Silver Surfer number 1. Yeah, that's Silver Surfer. Silver Surfer number 1, facsimile issue. Just a super rad book. I mean, if you guys are Silver Surfer fans at all, you should be grabbing this book, just because it's so hard to find. And it's a big premiere issue. I mean, it's a thing, man. But the foil covers, regular covers are there. Wolverine, Weapons of Armageddon, number 2. Love that cover. That one's okay. Fantastic Four, number 9. So your evil Invisible Woman. There's your Jusko variant. There's your Doom variant. So those all turned out super rad. Iron Man number 3. There's your Scotty Young connecting cover with the Hulk Buster busting stuff. April Fool's Day. Just take a look at that. Yeah, hilarious, right? I anticipate those to go quickly because that is just going to be, that's a classic thing. That's great. But check out that cover. Oh my God. I pulled that out of the box and I just went, whoa. And everybody that was here, I was just like, check that out. And everybody agreed. That is cool. Psy, Dimensional Rivals, number 3. Then you got Wiccan, Witch's Road, number 4. So a couple of those. Uncanny X-Men, number 25. Continuing Where the Monsters Dwell story arc. I need to catch up. I'm about halfway through the Apocalypse stuff. Way behind still, but I'm getting there. Totally getting there. Doom homage cover, super rad. And then your variant cover. You can't go wrong on any of those. By no means. I mean, even the werewolf cover. Super cool. Generation X23, number 2. Your Laura Kinney stuff. There's your Peach Momoko. Werewolves doing werewolf stuff. Null, number 3. This is the cover I grabbed. That is super cool, right? I mean, that one's pretty cool too. Don't get me wrong. That one's not bad. Not bad. But that was it for me. New Avengers, number 10. So got a few of those. Sorry, I'm My hand's being all crooked today. I don't know why. Rogue number 3, DNA cover. Savage Land Rogue. Snake Rogue. Inglorious X-Force number 3. I guess this was a little delayed. People were asking me about this a couple weeks ago. There's your Doom book, your Helverine and Archangel. And then Amazing Spider-Man. Oh my lordy. Check out these covers. These are, I'm going to go slow on this one because this is a thing. That's pretty neat, right? That is awesome. I mean, not as cool as the Carnage connecting covers, but that's still pretty cool. But check out that one. Oh, man. Oh, man. I know those of us that grew up watching the Spider-Man movies, the Fox movies, and the Upside Down Kiss, but the Upside Down Vampire Bite, oh, that's cool. Now, and check that out. Just absorb that for a second. Look how cool that foil is. Yeah, that was an instant grab for me. Took it out of the box and immediately put one in the pile. I was like, I am not missing that one. Not missing that one at all. Spider-Man 25, again, Death Spiral. There's your connecting cover. Then you've got, what is that, the Perillo? No, who is that? It says there on the cover. Chiarello. Chiarello. Double L's make a Y sound, right? And then your, what is it, Rose, I want to say Bursch, but I don't think that's right. Anyway, really pretty Mary Jane cover. Lots of cool Spider-Man stuff this week. Again, those are going to be tough choices. Tough choices. Yeah. Ninja Psylocke, number 3. Really rad covers here. I love the Wolverine and the Jubilee. It just feels very nostalgic. Dungeons of Doom. Apparently, he likes to play with his eyeballs. Hulk with a headache. Predator Bloodshed number 2. Right? So those are pretty neat. And then we shift to Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures number 35. So there's a few covers there. Those are neat. Ninja Turtle Power Rangers. Splinter is the White Ranger. What? And then, what was that? The Pink Ranger and Yellow Ranger doing an Eiffel Tower. Shredder, number 6. Cool covers there. Godzilla Infinity Roar, number 2. Notice Galactus versus King Ghidorah. What? Yeah. And then Galactus getting his A handed to him. Punisher, Marvel Knights, number 4. I thought this series was over. Clearly, I was very wrong. So, anyway, number 4. And then you have the ongoing Punisher, number 2, here. Notice the Doom chess piece there. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Yep, Deadpool pulling his pants down. April Fool's Day. Apparently, he needs to read about it. Kun Lun and his deadly hands. Right? So those are there. And then before we get into the other stuff, there is a pile of stuff I didn't even have room to lay out. That's what I'm saying. It is a huge day, my friends. Oh my God, there's so much stuff. Fantastic Four, First Foes, number 1. So if you're a fan of the Fantastic Four movie, that's a new one. Tomb Raider, Sacred Artifacts, number 3. Last Starship, I think this was a delayed release because that came out, I believe, last week. Return to Sleepy Hollow, number 5. And then Star Wars High Republic Adventures, number 1. So it's a new High Republic book. That's Pathfinders. Again, here's Battle Beast, number 7. So Invincible month. So this came out, last week. So I finally got the Invincible month cover for that one. The G.I. Joe 326, that was delayed. There's your Invincible month variant. I got those. And then Spawn 373. I was really upset when this didn't come in because this was like I wanted one of these. And I almost went online and bought them. And I was like, no, like I'm going to give it some time, see if it shows up. And sure as shnikes, here it is. So that is just a super rad cover. But anyway, so there's some of those. Also, Hellboy Secret Histories trade paperback. That is a new release. So that is here. Let's see. Oh, I do have a Capes 1 and 10. So if you want to collect the Capes variants, Power Fantasy trade paperback number 3. And then I know I have some wrestling fans to do a Power Bomb trade paperback. I did get asked about people, actually wanting to get the individual issues of this, but it was far after its release. So that's Daniel Warren Johnson, a guy that's doing all the Absolute stuff. Anyway, that's his book, or not. I mean, it's his art, I guess. But anyway, that's a cool book. Check it out. And then I'm doing a really bad job of showing off some of the other variants. I did get a Ninja Turtle Virgin cover known as the Lord Zed Shredder combo. There's a couple foil Ninja Turtle Power Ranger covers, more Virgin Eiffel Tower covers. So if you want to check those out, you can. I did get new free preview stuff. So there's IDW and then Marvel. So make sure you're checking that out on the free stand when you come in. And then Martian Manhunter number 10. We're 20 minutes in, and I'm still not even done. That's why I was saying I'm going to have to really kind of speed up on this stuff. Anyway, Martian Manhunter number 10. Some pretty rad stuff here. I did read that this morning. Beautiful book. Beautiful book. There's a lot of great artistry in that one. And then Wonder Woman 18. So not a lot of action in this Wonder Woman copy, but it's setting it up. I mean, that's what this is. There's obviously some story plot points that are kind of keying in on this issue. So you get some backstory on some stuff, but not a lot of action. It's more filler, which is good because you can't just have action in every book. Okay, all right. We've got 7.5 minutes for Superman and Spider-Man number 1. So heavy on the Del Auto covers, okay? So that's this cover. And then you have your Jim Lee cover, right? So I went heavy on that one. There's your Scott Campbell cover, okay? So I went heavy on that one. Those are the big 3. Now, the rest of this, I've either got 2 to 3 issues of it based on kind of my thoughts and feelings on its own popularity. You have a couple blank covers, okay? This one is the wraparound. This is the Koblish cover, which that one's pretty cool. I mean, then you got your Silk and Spider-Woman. This one is your Copiel. This one is your Josh Middleton cover. There's your foil Dan Mora cover. Your Clayton Crane cover. Your Arthur Adams cover, which I feel stupid for not recognizing that out the gate. That one is your Mitch Gerrard's cover. Your Albuquerque. Take a left at Albuquerque. This is your Steve Lieber Carnage cover. This is your Spokes cover. This is your homage to the original Treasury cover. This is Rafa Sandoval cover. Okay? So that's that stack. This one is your wraparound Jimenez cover. Okay? This one is Adam Hughes, which we should know Adam Hughes. This one is Doc Shaner. This one is your Maury. And I'm not talking like daytime Maury. I'm talking about artist Maury. David Talaski. This one, well, I only have one of these. Because somebody messaged me last night and really wanted one. Zula Amiga. That's your Dan Moira A cover. That's your Michael Janin cover. This one I was really excited about. That's your Dave Johnson cover. And then your DNA cover. So you can see that a lot of these I only have 2, maybe 3 copies of. And then obviously the fancy ones. Or the popular ones. So the popular ones, everybody should be able to get one of these. And then if you want one of these other ones, I could probably do that. Not a lot of people have actually requested these as their number ones. It's all been these, obviously. But again, just message me. I'll do my best to fill in what you have, requested. I should finish my sentences. I'm a little overwhelmed today. I came in early to try and get ahead of this because I know it's going to be crazy. Everybody's going to be messaging me all day. You still got the Jimenez? You still got the Sandoval? You still got the... Maybe. First come, first serve. This is how hard I work for you guys. Some people think that running a comic book store is easy. Well, it is easy to some degree, but it's also a ton of work. I mean, every job, it's like what Cypress Hill says. It's a fun job, but it's still a job, right? So I'll do my best. The beard is here for you. Come in and say hello. Get your Superman books as soon as you can. And I'll talk to you guys soon. I mean, it's gonna be a day. I'm already exhausted. Bring me coffee. I'll talk to you guys later. Excelsior!